listen, right? Jasmine.
She do. Let me tell you what happened. She said when you talk to her, she said you rocking with the Frosties and da-da-da. So she was like, yeah, and he need to stay in her place because he's sitting at the bar. Like, he was at my bar. Meaning, he said,
at a bar?
I didn't know it was a bar.
I didn't know anything about this until my husband called me over. I just feel like with Mandeecees, not wearing your ring opens up the door for so many assumptions and so many comments. Stop putting me in these positions, buy a new ring. Or put the ring on that you already have.
I never met her, right? I never said one word to her, let alone two. If I said one word, it's the drink that I want.
Yeah. All right, let's go enjoy the...
My house over in the shambles, so bro, trust me, I ain't...
Bro, you gotta get it right. Please get it right.
No, I'm on it. I ain't...
This is hurting my heart.
It hurts mine too.
Atlanta's lights shone brilliantly that night, but the drama taking place at a fancy midtown restaurant captured everyone's interest more than the beautiful city skyline. Kirk Frost, a man known for his messy past and complicated love life, sat at the table with his mind racing and his eyes darting around the room, observing the people gathered. Yandy and his wife Rashida, and the rest of the crew, seemingly blissfully unaware of what was about to be revealed. The Love and Hip Hop Atlanta crew had gathered for what was supposed to be a peaceful dinner, but tensions were already simmering beneath the surface. About to occur, but Kirk wasn't in the mood for calm tonight. He had been holding his tongue for too long, seeing secrets and lies whirl all around him, and now he was prepared to finally reveal the truth after weeks of waiting. Mandeecees and Jasmine, two members of the Love and Hip Hop community who were no strangers to turmoil, were the subject of stories Kirk had been hearing. Mandeecees, a smooth-talking and charming businessman, was known for being a ladies' man. Mandeecees' fiery ex-girlfriend Jasmine had never been reticent about her emotions for him, but Kirk was concerned not just because of their shared past, but also because of the unmistakable tension between them that everyone had been attempting to overlook, and nobody understood what had actually been happening behind closed doors. However, Kirk was aware that he had heard the whispers and had seen the indicators, and he was going to reveal everything to everyone tonight, especially Yandy N's present girlfriend, who was unaware of what was going on right in front of her. The evening had begun like any other. Kirk found it difficult to concentrate on the conversation as the group sat down to eat, exchanging small talk and pleasantries. His mind kept replaying what he had learned about Mandeecees and Jasmine, how they had been meeting in secret and how their connection went beyond a fleeting attraction to something more profound and personal. After witnessing everything, Kirk felt a great deal of remorse about maintaining this secret, and at last he was unable to contain it. The room fell silent as everyone realized something was going to happen as he moved his dish aside, sat back in his chair, and gazed around the table, his eyes meeting Yandy's. "I can't sit here and let this go on any longer." The tone changed from lighthearted banter to nervous expectation. Kirk spoke in a deep, authoritative voice, and his words instantly sliced through the crowd like a hot knife through butter. "What are you talking about, Kirk?" Yandy, who had been enjoying a glass of wine, glanced up at him with a mixture of bewilderment and interest. Yandy asked in a calm voice, although there was a tinge of nervousness. Kirk's provided G turned to face Mandeecees and Jasmine, who were seated across the table from each other and had been quietly conversing. Remarks, but now they both paused, feeling as though something was going to happen. The tension in the room was high, and I believe it's time Yandy learned the truth. As he explained what has been going on between Mandeecees and Jasmine, the entire hidden connection they've been keeping from you. Kirk started to lean forward a little, his gaze never leaving them. Yandy's face quickly went white. "What are you talking about, Kirk?" she asked. She got up and looked at M, looking for some indication that this was a joke.
Listen, right? Jasmine.
She do. Let me tell you what happened. She said when you talk to her, she said you rocking with the Frosties and da-da-da. So she was like, yeah, and he need to stay in her place because he's sitting at the bar. Like, he was at my bar. Meaning, he said nothing.
I didn't know it was a bar.
I didn't know anything about this until my husband called me over. I just feel like with Mandeecees, not wearing your ring opens up the door for so many assumptions and so many comments. Stop putting me in these positions, buy a new ring. Or put the ring on that you already have.
I never met her, right? I never said one word to her, let alone two. If I said one word, it's the drink that I want.
All right, let's go enjoy the.
My household in the shambles, so bro, trust me, I ain't.
Bro, you gotta get it right. Please get it right.
No, I'm on it. I ain't even do that.
This is hurting my heart.
It hurts mine too.
Mandeecees was expressionless, but there was a glimmer of anxiety in his eyes, and he shuffled uneasily in his chair, yet his silence said louder than words. However, Jasmine was quick to defend herself. Kirk, she leaned in, her eyes flashing with rage, but Kirk wasn't scared because he had already seen enough to know the reality you believe I'm making up. What the heck are you talking about? That's not true, and you're just starting drama without any justification. This up Yandy's eyes were wide, and now her shock was turning to incredulity as Kirk's voice became sharper. You think I don't know what's been happening behind the scenes, but I've seen how you two have been moving and meeting together when no one is looking. She questioned, is this true? Her voice shaking as the weight of her words hung in the air. She had already been through a lot, and this was the last thing she expected to hear.
So listen, right? Jasmine.
Let me tell you what
just
happened.
mother.
She said when you talked to her, she said you rocking with the frosties and da-da-da. So she was like, yeah, Yandy need to stay in her place because he sit at the bar. He was at my bar. Meaning, he said,
at the bar?
I didn't know it was a bar.
I didn't know anything about this until my husband called me over. I just feel like with Mandeecees, not wearing your ring opens up the door for so many assumptions and so many comments. Stop putting me in these positions, buy a new ring. Or put the ring on that you already have.
I never met her, right? I never said one word to her, let alone two. If I said one word, it's the drink that I want.
All right, let's go enjoy the.
My household in the shambles, so bro, trust me, I ain't.
Bro, you gotta get it right. Please get it right.
No, I'm on it. I ain't even do that.
This is hurting my heart.
It hurts mine too.
After what seemed like an eternity of stillness, Mandeecees finally spoke, but his words seemed to betray them. Yandy, I stopped stroking his hair. It's a tricky, confusing situation. Yandy spoke again, explaining that it couldn't be complicated. Mandeecees, you've been sneaking around with Jasmine's eyes burning with a mixture of hurt and rage after everything we've gone through and everything we've achieved. The tension in the room reached a boiling point, and for a brief minute, it seemed like everything was about to fall apart. But Kirk wasn't. You think I didn't notice the late-night texts and secret calls, the way you two have been skulking around, and the fact that you've been playing around behind closed doors for months. He'd been seeing the cracks in M's and Jasmine's facade for months now, and he wasn't going to let anyone leave this unnoticed. Yandy was over here thinking everything was okay, but it wasn't. She was shaking her head in astonishment, unable to fully realize what was occurring for how long, and Kirk's voice was now filled with disgust. How long has this been going on? She questioned in a barely audible whisper. When I finally looked into her eyes, the shame in his eyes was obvious. It's not what you think. Yandy, he answered in a tone that was almost contrite, but there were times when things shouldn't have happened. Don't blame me, Mandeecees. You were just as involved in this as I was. Don't act like you weren't the one pursuing me either. Jasmine, who had been an ENT for too long, flashed me a frustrated glance. The room was now on the verge of anarchy. Yandy looked away from Mandeecees, tears in her eyes, unable to even, no longer gaze at him. As the group started arguing and shouting over one another, Kirk felt a small sense of satisfaction because, although it was obvious that no one in the room would be leaving that night unscathed, sometimes the truth hurts. Kirk's job was done. He had exposed the truth, torn apart the illusion, and left Yandy standing in the wreckage of what she believed to be her relationship.
So listen, right? Jasmine.
Let me tell you what
just
happened.
mother.
She said when you talked to her, she said you rocking with the frosties and da-da-da. So she was like, yeah, Yandy need to stay in her place because he sit at the bar. He was at my bar. Meaning, he said,
At the bar?
I didn't know it was a bar.
I didn't know anything about this until my husband called me over. I just feel like with Mandeecees, not wearing your ring opens up the door for so many assumptions and so many comments. Stop putting me in these positions, buy a new ring. Or put the ring on that you already have.
I never met her, right? I never said one word to her, let alone two. If I said one word, it's the drink that I want.
All right, let's go enjoy the.
my household in the shambles, so bro, trust me, I ain't.
Bro, you gotta get it right. Please get it right.
No, I'm on it. I ain't even do that.
This is hurting my heart.
It hurts mine too.